Hey everyone, welcome to Sad Panda Presents. This is a podcast about music and we're going to talk about some albums that we're listening to. Right now we're going through the Consequence of Sound Top 100 list and we are on 78, Sly and the Family Stone. There's a riot going on. Fair warning, sometimes we drink and say coarse things, so that is what we do. I'm Andrew.
And I'm Shane.
So what's up, Bubba? What's been going on?
Not much, man. Working. Different day. I saw The Joker today.
Nice. What'd you think?
It was a bit unnerving.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's really unnerving. They hit the mental health side really hard, and and his issues and things like that. It's super creepy, but I really
Good. I saw it a couple of days ago too, and yeah, man, they definitely go that mental health thing, and they take it to 100, and it's man, I like the way they approached it though. I thought they did a good job.
For sure, and it was really heavy. I got home and I was like, I need to I watched some stupid movie, comedy, to kind of decompress. That was a lot to watch.
Yeah, man, it was something.
But it was really good. I was very impressed with what they did and how it turned out and all that kind of stuff.
Fucking A, man.
Yeah, beyond that, not a lot of, I went to College Station last weekend for a training thing, and then over to Austin. I saw the boy and hung out with him. We went to one of this place called Pinballs, and it was this huge arcade, and we hung out.
Fucking A, man. That's really cool.
It was fun. Nothing crazy. You, bub?
Shit, man. I'm back in Texas and fucking unemployed. So, yeah, man, just been, fucking job hunting a lot and just trying to find some blue collar work, checking out machine shops and cabinet shops and stuff like that. I'm doing some professional applications too, but I just I don't know. I'm just kind of tired of the office scene. There's a little more money in it, but, honestly, I'm done with office politics and shit like that. So I'm not trying to reinvent myself or anything like that. I just want work that I can just go to work, come home, and not have to stress about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, a walk away job.
Yeah, for sure. So that I'm checking out some oil field services, but that stuff's tough to get into, especially if you don't have a CDL, and I don't and can't get one, to my knowledge, due to some prior driving stuff that I have on my record. So, yeah. So
the state of Texas, trust me.
No, man, the DWI fucks that all up.
Yeah, it does.
So that's what I've been got going on. Home life's pretty good, but I need to find a job so I can help pay bills and stuff.
For sure.
Yeah.
Did you fuck your whole life?
No, I mean, I've been doing stuff in the workshop, and I got my workshop set back up. She gave me space in the garage to do that, and I even went down to a local music shop in San Angelo, and they're more of like a used / consignment shop. But I went in and talked to them because they had advertised that they do custom builds for customers and stuff like that. And I was like, all right, well, I'm going to see what this is all about and see if I can collaborate and stuff, since I build guitars too. And they're putting together kit builds and stuff like that, which I've done. And I have nothing against that. It's a cheap way to build stuff. Cause you can get a guitar kit for anywhere from $100 to $300. And my raw materials are way more than that. Not necessarily the wood, but when you start talking high-end electronics and stuff like that, my costs and high-end hardware, a lot of those kits come with real cheap Chinese stuff, pop metal, and super cheap to make, pickups and stuff that come out of China. And so I try to source my stuff from, the US, so my costs are all significantly higher. My raw materials costs are at double, triple what theirs are, essentially.
Yeah, for sure.
But, I've got a couple of kit builds that I've done. I've got one that I've done and then one that's sitting in a box because I was going to do it for your restaurant when that's still a thing. Never got rid of the kit, so I was like, I'll finish that one out. But they told me that I could put my instruments in there and tell them this is what I need in my pocket, and they'll handle the marketing and the online sales and the shipping, if it happens like that, or, all of the in-store stuff when they have musicians. But it puts my work actually in front of musicians' eyes and in their hands and stuff. And they have a local jam night every week. So, yeah, I'm getting my stuff out in front of people, which is kind of the most important thing for when you're making stuff.
Yeah, for sure. That's kind of step one for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, step two. Step one is have a thing.
Right.
To somebody that can sell your thing.
yeah, for sure. So, so no, man, it's been good, and now I just need to find a job. So
on Thursday, I had one throw my hall pass up in the rafter. So my hall pass is like 12 feet up in the air. And so so I told them that nobody can go to the bathroom or get any water during that class, and they were all fucking.
Well, I mean, that's their own fault.
But they're savages. So that's what you get for me.
That's, yeah, man. That's,
Yeah, it's,
do stupid things, expect stupid results.
Yeah, man, for sure. Like, yeah, that's kind of the thing I'm trying to drive home. Is like, well, you fucked it up for yourselves. Anyway, it was a fun thing.
Yeah.
To sign the family stone.
Yeah, we are.
It's so nice to actually sitting like near each other.
Yeah,
in the same room.
In the same room. After I bought a little it's like a 6-channel mixer, but it's got 2 mic inputs. So that we could. I can use my the USB interface and stuff, but I feel like the mixer gives me microphone preamps with phantom power and all these other words that mean things. So I figured that would help us mix the sound a little better. I have no fucking clue if it's going to work. We've done minor testing, and we'll see when I edit the episode if it sounds any better or any worse than normal.
Well, it can't get any worse. That's
well, you say that.
But we're going to try. We'll give it the old college tries.
Right.
Okay. So this is, Sly and the Family Stones, there's a Riot going on that was released in 1971 on November 20th, and it has heavy influences with equal rights and the Black Panther Party, research. The last, so this is, their 5th album. Yeah, their 5th album, and this is where the band sort of kind of start to have like a lot of issues and turmoil and things like that, because Sly himself was getting into drugs, not trusting family members over money and things like that, and he started actually getting like people who nefarious people to like be his bodyguard and look out for his finances, and it kind of made everybody on edge, and he was heavy into drugs at this point. And so yeah, he kind of entrenched himself away from the others, and so their last big hit was Thank You, which was I wanna thank you. Yeah, it was more a political song than before. It's heavier than a lot of people, I guess. When you read the lyrics, it's pretty heavy. But so I feel like from this album, we have like this hypnotic, funky thing, like this sound, but it's kind of like dizzy and incoherent and dark. Like,
okay.
I don't know. That's because before all their albums, or the previous albums, everybody had played instruments, and he was kind of the composer, or the guy who put it all together. Right. But on this one, I was really surprised that they used a lot of like distortion and drum machines and things like that.
Oh,
like
okay.
Sly basically made this entire album using drum machines and synthesizers.
Shit,
which is crazy, but and that's in 1970.
Right,
so,
right.
Yeah, it was kind of, I don't know, it was a different feel than their other stuff.
That's 70s is pretty early in the synth scene, I think. I don't know for sure because I don't know that much about synth, but I feel like that's kind of early days for synth music and stuff like that.
Oh, absolutely. Like, this is real early. Like, I mean, we talked about like Pink Floyd and things, and and Tommy, well, they didn't really use synth stuff, but like, John used some. Yeah,
I mean, we've seen some of these artists that have used some, and we've seen them use like orchestra and stuff like that. But I didn't realize they were using a lot of synth here. But I was just like, fuck, man, they got like a harpsichord through like most of these songs, and like like they got some pretty wild instruments and like a lot of horns and stuff, and I can appreciate all that, but I didn't realize it was a lot of synth. But I guess that makes sense looking back. So neat.
Yeah, and yeah, so that's pretty much all I've done. He basically wrote this album, but because he had kind of gone away from everybody else that didn't want to deal with him, so he made the whole album for him.
Right, yeah.
But, I don't know. Just thoughts.
Okay. Yeah, I thought this was an interesting album for sure. Like, it was definitely funk, and it was, to me, I felt like this was like, if you took a funk band and a jam band and mashed them together, like this was very jammy, and it seemed pretty lyrically light, and a lot of the lyrics when they were there were quiet. Like, I had a hard time hearing a lot of the lyrical content. And
yeah, for sure. And at points it almost was incoherent and kind of like, it was drawn out, so it was kind of hard to not hear or B understand.
Right.
You know, like if you were at in a drug binge or something. Yeah. I don't know if you ever talked to anybody who's on heroin before, but they don't make a lot of sense. It's really hard to understand what the fuck they're talking about.
It's like, oh man, yeah, that's pretty funny. It's pretty good.
Yeah, that's what it felt like. But the first song was his Love and Hate.
Right.
See, the opening line to this song is, it feels so good inside myself, don't want to move. As I grow up, I'm growing down, and when I'm lost, I know I'll be found. So right there is a good, and actually the whole line is just, feels so good, don't want to move.
Yeah.
Which is
heroin.
Yeah.
Well, and I mean the title of the song, it's Love and Hate, but it's spelled hate is spelled like Hate Street in San Francisco, I think is where that's at.
Okay.
So Hate Street's a real famous, like, in the music scene for the psychedelic era.
Okay.
So there were, like, a lot of homeless musicians that, like, there was some famous recording studios on and around Hate Street, if I remember correctly. I don't remember my history super well, but, I remember it was a real famous, like, area, for music, and, but it produced a lot of homeless musicians too, because people would move out there and it's super expensive to live. Even back then, like, California was super expensive to live. And, so there were a lot of junkies in that area, if my history memory serves me correctly. But I was also really fucking hungover today, so I don't know where my memory's at.
Oh, so it's not love and hate, it's love and hate. Like, as being in love with Hate Street, as opposed to
I don't
love
know.
and hate.
I think you could read it both ways there, to be perfectly honest. But, yeah, I know Hate Street was like a really famous area for, music, in the 60s and 70s.
For music bums.
No. Well, yeah, I mean, like, there's a lot of famous stuff that came out of there too, there's, like, I'm pretty sure, Hendrix recorded there, and I'm pretty sure, like, a lot of big names fucking, like, were in that area at some point in time. I think there was some famous producers or recording studios or something along those lines, but again, this is all very vague memories from, like, watching, like, hippie documentaries and about music and shit like that, and like, probably being stoned back in college watching these documentaries, so.
Yeah, it says, it was recorded in California.
So, anyway.
Yeah, but for the most part, the sound is kind of, I do like the sound. It's a good funk sound to open up the album.
I agree. I thought it was a good introduction, and I quite enjoyed that one.
So we move on to Just Like a Baby.
Just Like a Baby.
Mm-hmm. I like this one a lot.
Yeah.
I liked it. It was very, soothing, and this whole album's pretty soothing. Like, it is dark, but it's mellow, and like, it's good background music.
Yeah, background music's a good way to put it, man. Like, cause I was listening to this when I drove down here. So, I had a 6-hour drive, and normally I listen to podcasts, but I was like, well, if we're gonna record this album, I should probably listen to the album, right? So I listened to this album probably 3 or 4 times on my drive down, cause it's a long album, so 6 hours, 3 or 4 runs through this album is about all you get. But yeah, I enjoyed this as well, and I agree that I thought the entire album was very mellow and background music.
For sure, and it was almost like a lullaby for the most part.
Yeah.
But I don't know, it's good. I think it's a really solid song.
For sure.
It's not very long, but it's very mellow. But I like it. Okay, so Poet. What'd you think about Poet?
I had a hard time understanding the lyrics in this, like we were talking about earlier, so I'm not sure, where the lyrical content stands on this. It was also not very lyric heavy, if I remember right, but, it was a decent song. It wasn't one of my favorites though.
No, it wasn't. But it does have a really good line. It's the very beginning line is, "My only weapon is my pen." I thought that was pretty neat. My only weapon.
The penis mightier.
Swords. It's a bloody zippy can with a bloody.
Sorry, I couldn't know myself.
But, yeah, again, real fun, mellow song. I liked it a lot. It was very funky for sure. But
right.
Yeah, as far as words and depth, there wasn't a whole bunch to it. But, and then anything else you want to say about Poet?
No, man, I'm good. We can move on.
Alright, so the next one is Family Affair.
Right.
So here's where he's trying to address, like the family issues, because
right.
It's Sly and the Family Stone, so there are the Stone family are the people that are in the band, you know?
Right,
so
right.
Maybe this is like him addressing, you know, the family issues and things like that.
For sure.
It's a super fun song. I don't know, this one I didn't care for as much. It was good, but it didn't really click with me for the most part.
Yeah, I feel you there. It was one of those songs that when it came on, I was like, okay, it's this song. It was recognizable because they, you know, he comes out right at the beginning with, "It's a family affair." So it's at least recognizable. But yeah, not one of my, super favorites either.
Yeah, it's not a bad song, but not my favorites.
Yeah, I feel like this album's gonna be, there's a lot of those on this album most of these aren't really bad, but they're not amazing at the same time.
I'm surprised, honestly. I mean, I'm surprised that this one is this high for me.
Yeah, me too.
It's not a bad album, but it's not, I don't know.
Well, like, I don't know, as far as funk is concerned, I mean, we can get in this with our conclusion, but I had more fun with P-Funk than I did with this album.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, there's better. Anyway, so, Africa Talks to You, I think this is the longest song on the album.
That sounds right, because there's like a couple of different movements in this song.
Uh-huh.
Like, he breaks it up, and, like, the first couple of times I heard this, I was like, and I grabbed my phone and I was like, "What song is this?" Oh, it's still Africa.
Still the same song.
Yeah, like, cause like the sound totally changes. I don't know if it's a bridge or if there's just a second movement or whatever it is, but it totally changes. So I thought it was interesting because he took the time to compose this thing that had multiple pieces like that, that wasn't just verse, chorus. And I thought it was a good song. This one I enjoyed more than like Poet and Family Affair, for sure.
Yeah, this one felt like it had a lot more polish to it, and he put a little emphasis into it. For sure.
Yeah.
Remember When I'm Falling Down? Yeah. So again, the lyrics are not much talk about timber and falling down.
Right.
I wonder if that's enough.
I have no idea, man. I have a feeling that maybe he wasn't the main lyric writer for the family, because his lyrical content is just sparse in this whole album. So I wonder if that's just not his strong suit. I mean, obviously his strong suit was production. Like composing and production. Yeah. So I wonder if that's why.
You know, we've seen that with people with different bands, like where, I've seen that before, where there's the lighter, like John Lennon, I'd say, like the lyrics were real, like meh, but a lot of the production, he's more the production guy.
Right.
So when the lyrics come in, they're not as
yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know. That's about all I got for Africa Talks to You. I thought it was a good song though.
I thought it was good. I thought it was better for the most part, but it was good. So the next song.
The next song's There's a Riot Going.
There's a Riot Going. And it's 4 seconds.
Yeah.
Black Air.
And
after that we have Brave and Strong.
Right. What did you think about this one?
This one, I liked it, but it's not, I don't know, again, it's kind of meh for me.
Okay.
Like, I don't have a lot of, honestly, this whole album kind of blended together, and I really had a problem separating one song from the other. Yeah,
I got a little bit of that too. This one I did quite like though. This was a stronger song on the album for me. I'm not really sure entirely why, because like you said, a lot of this blends together, but I thought this was probably top half of the album.
It's not bad, it's got
some good funk in it, and it's got I don't know. I guess what lyrics are there are, they're not super clear or super cut through the mix, but, I guess I liked the vocals. I guess I liked the girl that was part of the vocal team on this.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah,
I enjoyed that. So I think that's probably a big part of why I like this song.
Yeah, she was good.
Anyway, move to You Caught Me Smiling.
This one was good.
Yeah.
It was kind of lighthearted, which was fun. It kind of picked up the mood a bit, as opposed to being kind of dour as it was before.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
This was like a lazy river kind of song for me. Like, I was like, I could listen to this just like sitting on the pier, like floating down the river, you know?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and it's not, it's mellow, it's fun, it's good, not much to it.
Like he finally had a good day.
Yeah, right. Finally had a decent day for sure. Okay, so let's go on to Tom. I don't remember this one a lot.
This was a slower song, and like, I don't know, it was kind of blah for me. It's not bad, but it's kind of a slower song, and again mellow, and I don't know. This is one of the ones for me that, like you're not remembering it very well. I'm kind of right there with you. It's not at the forefront of kind of what made this album good for me. It's just there.
Well, there you go. There you have it, folks. But yeah, I don't remember a lot about it, to be honest. Okay. Now, Spaced Cowboy. This song is super fun.
It's very different than the rest of the album.
It very much is, and I really dig it.
Really?
I really dig it. I kind of liked that they went with this.
Okay. I'm kind of the, I did not care for the yodeling in it.
That was the best part. The yodeling, and it's kind of that mountain music with funk. Like, it was so well played. It was so funny.
It was interesting. It was just not for me, I guess. I don't know, the yodeling just kind of hit me in a weird way, and I was like, that's not what I want in my funk. But yeah, very much a trying to mash some like hillbilly country into his funk, and like, I don't know if he sent like, I feel like there was probably like some fucking jug in this or something, like to like produce like a jug tone or something. I don't know, man.
Some spoons or some shit.
Dude, I don't remember, but like, the guitar is like, so that's something I thought was interesting on this whole album, was the guitar tones they use, are very, and this is pretty common in funk, but, they're very twangy. And that's pretty common in funk, but it's also really common in country. So I thought that was an interesting thing that made this kind of a crossover. Maybe that's why it led to it. I don't know, because like you hear a lot of the same kind of single coil type tones coming through, with a lot of highs and mids coming through in both country and in funk. Typically speaking, now generally speaking, the funk's a little muddier, dirtier, but they still emphasize a lot of those highs. A lot of times they'll throw like wahs on it, or they'll throw like a modulation or like a phase shift or something. Whereas in country they keep their stuff pretty glassy.
Yeah, pretty clean.
Right. So there's some differences there, but a lot of, I would imagine you see a lot of Stratocasters and Telecasters in both of these genres, and that was something I noticed kind of early on in this album. I really liked the guitar tones throughout, but Spaced Cowboy wasn't really my jam.
No, I dug it, man. I thought it was really fun. I don't know. It was super absurd. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'll say fun for sure, but but it wasn't one of those that I was like, well, I'm gonna seek this song out.
Yeah, for sure. But I don't know. That one hit me because it was definitely different than all the other ones. Which in an album where I feel like I couldn't differentiate between song to song, that one is fucking sore thumb that stuck out for sure.
Yeah.
So let's see. Okay, let's move on to Running Away.
Right.
So Running Away. This was a little. I thought this one was a little darker, wasn't it?
I guess so.
I think it was one of the darkest ones on the album. And he's kind of curt, and he's kind of short with people. I don't know.
Okay. I don't know, man. I didn't care for this song.
You didn't like it?
Not really. This is a P song for me, for sure.
Yeah. I wasn't one of my favorites.
So I just don't have a whole lot to say. How far on, cause I stopped it.
Yeah, this is the last one.
Okay.
This is the last one.
Cause there was some instrumental stuff on Spotify and I was like, I don't think that was part of the original album.
No.
From what when I was looking up on like Google and stuff, it didn't look like that was part of the original album. It looked like it stopped at Thank You, so that's where I stopped.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so this is the last fucking song, and man, we blazed through this album.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was kind of meddling, you know what I mean? Like, it didn't, for me, like, it just didn't have any pop. Like, it didn't have a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, it was good for funk, like, but I've heard better. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Anyway, let's get to
Yeah. Thank You for Talking to Me, Africa.
So this is kind of what I assume. This is just a reprise of Thank You.
I think so.
You know what I mean? And I like the lyrics are, thank you for letting me be myself again. AGIN.
Right.
For letting me is FALETTINME. For letting me. Myself. BEMICEELF.
Right. So I really like this.
Yeah, for sure. It's sort of like a slower tempo, mellowed out, like, but I think imagining of that first song.
Right. Yeah, I think so too. Mm-hmm. And this thing had a bomb ass bass line right from the start. Mm-hmm. Like this thing just came out of the gate with just this fucking badass funky bass line, and I really, really liked this one.
Yeah, this is a great album. This is a great song, and it was a longer one too, which was fun because it kind of just went on and on and on. Yeah, but it was good. I really dug this song. Even though it's sort of a remake, but I really enjoyed it for sure. I think it's...
Yeah, man, this thing grabbed me right from the get-go and, just held on to me the whole way through. Mm-hmm. Like I was all about this.
Yeah, it held, I agree. It held my attention and I wasn't like, cause with this album for some reason I would listen and then I'd kind of float off. You know what I mean? Like not half pay attention for the most part.
Right.
And then, for this one I was completely sucked in, right buddy?
Yeah, I was trying to, look up something. It's not loading. I was hoping I could find our, I'll talk to you about it later.
Okay. But yeah, so, 1 second.
Okay, so, yeah. So anyway, that was Sly and the Family Stone. There was a riot going on.
That was it.
It really was though, Brack. What did you think about this album overall? I mean, I know we touched on it throughout, but...
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's just kind of, I'm not saying anything that I haven't said. It's just basic, it's basically, it's good, it's okay, it's funk. I don't know. It just wasn't very, nothing lit my ass on fire.
Yeah, man, I'm right there with you. This was kind of a meh album for me as far as funk goes. Like I said, I just had way more fun with P-Funk. I thought there was more charisma, and I thought there was just, I don't know, there was a better energy. Like, I don't mind a dark album. Like, I love me some fucking Alice in Chains. And a lot of their stuff is very dark and, but compared to some other grunge, but like, I don't know, I just felt like there was kind of a lack of charisma and a lack of energy, and like, I don't know. Well, you said it, Sly was getting into drugs and he was fucking playing with heroin and shit like that, and like, I felt like, whereas that helps some artists, like, it helped, Kurt Cobain on some level, like, produce some of his best work, I'll have to listen to some other music by this group, but I feel like it did not help in this case. When I think of funk, I think of high energy, and that was not it for me.
For sure. And it was very, I agree. There's nothing you said that I didn't agree with. I totally was listening to you, by the way.
Yeah.
I totally agreed with every word you said.
So yeah, I don't know.
Okay, well, do you have a top 3 or top 2 or top 1?
Oh, we can do that. Yeah, let's do a top 3.
I'll go ahead.
That's correct.
Okay. I would go. Number 3. I'd have to go for. I don't know. I'm gonna go for "Thank You for Talking to Me, Africa" as my number 3.
Okay.
I'm gonna go "Just Like a Baby" for number 2.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go "Spaced Cowboy" for number 1.
All right. We're not that far off. I think I'm gonna go "Just Like a Baby" number 3. Love and Hate, number 2, and Thank You for Talking to Me, Africa is my number 1. That song just caught me right out of the gate, and I just thoroughly enjoyed it. Even coming at the very end of the album, I was like, finally, this is the funk I fucking want.
Yeah, for sure.
So, Brave and Strong kind of just missed the cut.
Yeah.
I thought it was a really good song. I know it wasn't there for you, but I really liked it. And then Africa Talks to You was a good song as well.
Africa Talks to You. Yeah, that was a good one.
So those are my 4 and 5, I guess. If we're talking there, those just missed the cut kind of a thing. So Shane, on a scale from Slanted and Enchanted by Pavement to Goodbye Yellow Brick Road by Elton John, where does this end up for you?
On me or for on mine? On mine. Okay, yeah.
Of course on yours. Yeah.
So for me, I would put this around, I'd probably put it between Imagine and Kill 'Em All, so probably about number 96. I'd put it under Kill 'Em All.
Okay.
So it'd be about 96. Cause for me, it's not, I don't know, there's not, I mean, it didn't really, nothing stunned me. Like, I wasn't real impressed with it.
Yeah, man. Honestly, I was, I'm kind of in a similar camp. I was kind of thinking somewhere either around like Fear of Music or like Imagine or somewhere in that neighborhood. So I'm right there with you between like 94 and like 98, somewhere in that range.
Yeah.
So I guess that, like, since our rating system is extremely arbitrary and relies on our own judgment of 20 separate albums.
And remembering where the fuck we put them all.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. It's okay. It's not something I'm just gonna like shun. If it comes on, I'll listen to it because it's alright, but it's not something it's not going on any of my playlists anytime soon.
Better than Pavement.
Better than Pavement. Yeah, I don't, man. Yeah. I don't know, man. Between Stitches and Pavement, I don't know if we're gonna, at least Stitches was fun to listen to.
You know what? I had Brick in Your Face stuck in my head all fucking day on Friday.
Dog, you fucking came at me with the bar last night, just like, another brick in your face!
Brick
what
in
the
your
fuck,
face.
dude? So, better than Pavement.
Better than Pavement. I don't know, man. Stitches and Pavement.
Yeah. But here's why I say Stitches is better than Pavement. You quoted that shit.
I did.
It was memorable. I don't remember a fucking word of that Pavement album.
I don't either. I don't remember a song. I don't remember anything.
The only thing I remember is that there's a title track because Slanted and Enchanted was the album and I believe there was a title track. Was there? Or am I wrong about that? See, I think I just illustrated my point.
I don't know. I remember there was like New Mexico or something about a desert or some shit. I don't remember.
Dog, I don't know. It was bad.
I don't know what it was with me on Friday, but I was like, I kept singing "Brick in Your Face." And I got love for my haters.
Oh fuck, man. So yeah, I don't know. One of these times that I come down, we'll have to get Caleb over and have him join us. Means I'm gonna need to get him a microphone and figure out how to mix shit. But whatever.
Yeah. I mean, Stitches has like 8 more albums, man. He's got a shitload. We can go through that.
No, he recommended something. Let me see if I wrote it down. Cause I mean, this is a short episode. We can just bullshit about
another
Stitches.
We
can just keep bullshitting because we're only at like 40 minutes, and
that's fine.
That'll mix down to like 35.
Yeah,
maybe 30.
You want to talk about Joker?
A little bit. So Caleb did recommend another album to us. The artist is Dope Lemon, and the album is Smooth Big Cat. So we will get to that. I have not listened to it. Yeah. So, I guess.
I hope it's just like the other gym he recommended. Another fucking gym.
When I talked to him about it, he told me, he was like, dude, this is like a good album. I promise.
This is a good one, okay.
And Caleb likes to fuck with people. I'm highly skeptical about that statement. Like, no, this is a good album.
I'm still on the fence, my dude. I don't think I trust you.
So yeah, I didn't think about having more than 2 people with this mixing setup, but maybe I'll take it back and get the bigger one. Yeah. I don't know.
No, I downloaded, what do we, oh yeah, I downloaded the Super Nintendo thing and I started playing, the Nintendo thing for the Switch.
Oh, right, yeah.
I was playing River City Ransom.
Nice.
I haven't played it, I haven't picked that one up in a while.
Yeah, my Nintendo Online, subscription lapsed, so, I can't access that. But, I have been playing a reasonable amount of like Mario Kart because, Kay's daughter, is into Mario Kart. Like she didn't have a Switch or anything, but, she's like, yeah, well, whenever I get the chance to play with friends and stuff at their places, I'm down with Mario Kart. And then I also got her onto Breath of the Wild.
Oh yeah.
She's never played a Zelda game.
What?
Yeah, she's never had Nintendo products. She's only had an Xbox. Ever.
That makes me sad.
Dude, she's 18. So
I know,
like,
but like,
she's
wow.
super young. Never had a 64. Never had a GameCube. Never had a Game Boy.
A Wii?
I think they might have had a Wii at some point, but I don't think she picked up Zelda titles for it. Like, I think they did like...
Oh, they had what, Twilight Princess and Skyward Sword? Were those the two?
Yeah.
Was there another one on the Wii or no?
Not that I recall.
Oh, no, cause, what was the other? The other one was for the
GameCube?
GameCube, thank God. Good Lord, I couldn't think of Wind Waker.
Right. When Wind Waker's the one I haven't played, so I want to, I just haven't, I know. But,
you're fucking unemployed. You can fucking play on time.
Yeah, I know. So yeah, like, I got her started on that, and so I've been watching her play that occasionally. And I don't know, she was real into like Skyrim, like other MMO, like not MMO, just RPGs.
The sandbox games.
Yeah. So I showed her what games I had on the Switch because I hooked my Switch up to the living room TV, and she's been going at it. So fucking avoids the main story like the goddamn plague.
Oh, I'm the same way.
So
I want to do all this stupid shit I can do.
Yeah. But she did that on the Great Plateau, like the introductory shit, and I'm like, and she's like, well, how do I do this? I'm like, well, you haven't unlocked the ability to do that because you haven't finished the goddamn tutorial. I get it. You want to avoid the main story, but at least like unlock the
get to where you can
do the magnesis and like all that stuff. Like
get
finish
that, and then you're good. Yeah.
You
can do whatever you want.
So she eventually did. Now she's just fucking off with shrines and she really likes the horses.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she rides around on a horse a lot.
Cool.
Yeah.
Did you get the thing with the motorcycle?
I didn't finish it.
You didn't finish it?
So I didn't unlock the motorcycle.
Oh, okay. But you have the ability to?
I have the DLC, yeah.
Oh, okay. I was talking to somebody. I was talking to one that I haven't. I thought you said you.
Yeah, I just never finished it. I got caught up with playing probably like fucking Mario Odyssey or something like that. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I don't know.
I downloaded. I got the Final Fantasy VIII remake.
Okay.
That one, that was honestly okay. So when I was a kid, I didn't play Final Fantasy VII until like I was in high school, which was real late. Like my buddy Jeff had to like sit me down and make me play it. Like that was my homework from him. Was like my junior year, I had to go to his house every day and play Final Fantasy VII until we.
Right.
Like, you're gonna fucking play this game. You're gonna fucking finish it because it's the fucking story. Like, I was like, okay.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I really want to download the Link's Awakening remake that they did and put out on the Switch. I've heard good things, but at the same time, I don't know.
Yeah, man, I just don't want to pay fucking $60 for a fucking game I have.
Is that how much it is? I haven't looked it up.
Yeah, it's $60.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
Nintendo shit doesn't go on sale either. Like, they never have fucking sales.
Until they have like until they have 1 million copies sold and then they drop it down, yeah. Gonna have to wait till Christmas for that, just that motherfucker.
Yeah, dude. Cause I wanted to download it, but I'm like, well, for one, I'm gonna wait till I get a job. Like,
financial stability, yes.
Right. Like, I've got some cash saved up where I can, if I still don't have a job, I can pay rent next month and pay my bills and all that, and insurance and all that shit. I can do that for a few months. I got enough cash, but it's like, I need a job and I need to not spend money on video games and stupid shit. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I don't know. It looks really cool and I never played that game. So I know they added some stuff to it too.
Mm-hmm.
I was watching some Let's Plays where they were going through some of the stuff on it, and like I was like, well, that's not a Zelda franchise character. Like that's not a Zelda franchise. And they had some weird stuff in there that was like, I think they pulled that from the Mario universe. Like there's like a Goomba or some shit. And I don't know if they were playing like
remember that one does have like, cause I think
something like that.
Yeah, dude.
Okay.
I'm not sure. It's kind of a weird. It's one of the weirder Zeldas where it doesn't. Yeah.
Okay.
The second one is when you have to go to the dungeon. You have the world map, and then you go to the different towns. I'm not 100%.
I don't know, man. I was just watching some stuff online, and it was like, I was like, I think that's a Goomba. I was like, that's weird.
Is that the one with Shipwrecked on?
I have no fucking. No, I don't know because they were in like a dungeon.
But I'm saying like at the beginning you get.
I don't know. I didn't watch from the beginning. I picked up on somebody
wherever somebody was playing.
Right.
Oh, okay.
But yeah. So yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, my Final Fantasy game. So, my buddy made me play 7, but 8, I had gotten like all A's or some shit, and my grandma bought me a game, and I only had it on, I didn't have a PlayStation, so I had to buy it for the computer. So I played the first disc, or she bought it for me like a Friday, and I had to wait till I got home on Sunday to play it. So I like read the instruction manual over and over and over and over and over and over.
That's pretty good.
Until I got home, and then it didn't work.
Oh.
So we had to take it back, and I had to get another copy, and that was like 2 weeks later. So we took it back, got another copy, and it worked until you got to the end of the first disc.
Right.
It wouldn't transition from disc 1 to disc 2.
Balls.
So it froze again. So we took it back, and I got something different. But at this time, like, all my friends are playing this game.
Right.
So they're talking about it, and I'm like, oh, I'm fucking stuck into the end of disc 1, I can't go anywhere. So cut to like months later, like 2-3 months later, my dad he came down for something. He came down to visit when he had a couple days off, and in the course of things, he had stopped at a casino on and like he stopped at one of the boat casinos.
Okay.
And he fucked up and stayed on the boat, and it took off. So he was stuck on that thing for like 4 hours.
Oh,
and he was
shit.
Super pissed, but he won like $500, like $1,000 or some shit like that.
That's pretty fucking wild.
Yeah. So he normally anyway, he showed up late. Hey, sorry. I wanted to be here for 2 days with you 1 because I fucked up. But I bought a PlayStation, so
nice.
Like, okay, cool. So we played Blitz and things like that, and then I think that summer I finally got Final Fantasy VIII and played it, and I think to this day somewhere I have my memory card, and there's like 5 fucking saves that are over 99 hours.
Fucking A, man.
Game. Yeah,
that's pretty fucking wild.
I played the fuck out of the game. I love Final Fantasy.
No shit.
Yeah.
Fucking A, man.
But yeah. So that's, there's a riot going on.
Yeah, it's okay. Check it out if, you're into like, like decent 70s funk, but I don't know, check out fucking P-Funk. They're better.
Yeah, P-Funk's better, or like, what's his name? Curtis Mayfield. He's good.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Just for the most part, this one, it's not bad, it's just not, I don't know, it didn't do a lot for me.
Yeah, it's not bad, but it's not going to get your lady parts moving.
Yeah, and that was sad because I really wanted to. I had high expectations for this album.
Yeah, I did too.
Oh well.
Well, thanks for listening, everybody.
Hold on.
Next time we're going to be talking about.
Is it Cat Stevens?
Hold on, it's not. Yeah, number 77, Cat Stevens, T for the Tillerman.
I think Tasha is a real big fan of that one.
Oh, okay.
Maybe we can get her on.
Yeah, for sure. I'd be down with that.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, you got anything else on this?
That's about it. That's pretty much all I got to say about this.
Alright, man. Well, thanks for listening, everybody. You can find us wherever you get your podcasts, whatever your podcast, or, if you go to a podcast catcher, we're there. Spotify. I think we're on Spotify, actually. I think we actually did get on it.
Are we?
I think so. I'll have to double check. But you can find us on Apple and Facebook. Hit us up on Facebook if you want to talk to us. That's the best place to get a hold of us. Leave a comment, rate, review us wherever you get your podcast at. That'd be cool. Suggest an album. Let us know how we're doing. Let us know if you like what we're doing, if we suck, if the albums are good, or how wrong we are. We're not, but, you know, if you think we are. And, yeah.
Do you love Pavement?
We'd love to have you as a guest on our show. And, you know, we tried something new with our recording setup, so if this one sounded like shit, go fuck yourself.
We're trying. We promise we're trying to not fuck this up.
Yeah. Trying is the key word there.
Not very hard, but we are trying. 20%.
Shit, man, I bought a new mix board. I think I'm gonna have to get a bigger one if we want to have more than 2 people on, but, yeah.
But we need more friends. We need friends.
True that, homie. We'll also need more microphones at that point. Or we can just try and just do, like, a bunch of room mics and see if that works, but, that's gonna be, really difficult. We'll see.
Get there when we get.
For sure.
Thanks anyway. Thank you for listening. Appreciate it.
See y'all next time.
Is it something I can live without? Is that wicked?